Johnny football or Connor football. Either way, the bird is the word, which is exactly what Johnny football gave to the Washington Redskins last night after they continually poked and prodded the former Heisman Trophy winner from Texas A&M. When they sacked him, they gave the money signs. They did everything they could, knowing that Johnny football and Brian Hoyer were under a lot of pressure last night trying to figure out who would be the Cleveland Browns' 2014 starting quarterback. Neither player, Manziel or Hoyer, playing against the first-team defense of Washington, had a great game last night. So, more than likely, they'll have to play both players in the third preseason game to determine this, unless they decide based on what they saw in practice. Now, if you're rebuilding a team and you've drafted a quarterback high, like the Browns did, to me, the default position should be to go to Johnny football. Even his biggest fan, Jon Gruden, is saying that Hoyer should get the job by default. I disagree with that completely. As far as Connor Shaw's electrifying 45-yard touchdown Hail Mary pass to tie the game, or almost tie the game with time expiring, they missed a two-point conversion. I would say that ball was underthrown a bit, and it was against third stringers. It's Johnny football or it's Brian Hoyer, and I say Johnny football should be the starter going forward. When they get to Cleveland for their first home game preseason this year, they're going to see what the fans want. I know that should never determine who the starter is, but it's going to be electric at Cleveland Browns Stadium. I could picture LeBron James holding up a sign for Johnny football. The Redskins, RG3 looked sharp. He did look like he's going to take punishment again. He tried to get out of this, off to the sideline. He couldn't get off, and he ended up lowering his shoulder and delivering a blow like a running back. Now, I don't really mind quarterbacks who can run the football doing their thing. You have to be yourself. You can't worry about injury. You can't put the guy in bubble wrap. You drafted a guy who could do everything. Let him do what he did last night. I thought he was excellent, except for the turnovers. If the Redskins didn't turn the ball over, they would have blown the Cleveland Browns defense right off the field, and they're a good defense. So the Redskins, watching them play, if Jay Gruden can shore up the turnover situation, that concerns me a little bit in the NFC East. I'm not really concerned with what I saw from the Giants so far, and the Cowboys' defense doesn't look very good either. So if defense wins championships, the Redskins could contend with the Eagles next year. As far as the Browns, they're in a tough division themselves. They're rebuilding. Just put in Johnny Manziel, see what you have, just like the Jets did with Geno Smith last year. And I think they found out and they should play Michael Vick, but that's a whole other story. So there you have it. The Cleveland Browns go down 24-23 the Washington Redskins on Monday Night Football, a game that saw Jon Gruden in the booth calling the game, coached by his brother Jay Gruden, the new coach of the Washington Redskins. The Browns, they seem to hire a new coach every year, but that's what they do. 24-23 Redskins over the Browns, preseason, meaningless, no major injuries, 2 weeks to 3 weeks to the real deal.